Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know where we are and how the hell we got here?
Well, we just finished Hosea Chapter 6, and in that chapter, God was comparing Israel's love for him to the morning dew, which sounds, beautiful until you realize that the dew disappears. And that's what he meant by it, is that they love him for a bit and then they're like, bye.
Yeah.
And then
they're fair weather friends.
Then he doesn't like you anymore and he does horrible things to you, but then he'll love you again at some point because you might go back and love him some more. And then he'll be like, yay. And then probably he'll kill you again later. But that's the gist of, what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure as fuck is.
So that was Hosea Chapter 6.
Yes.
Which means that today we're getting into
Hosea Chapter 7.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right, we are hopping into Hosea Chapter 7.
That is correct.
But I have to go back to 5 a little bit.
Oh, wow. That's a ways back, yeah.
Because that's where this little bit started, at the end of Chapter 5.
Yeah.
And it was called the insincerity of Israel's repentance. And that's what God is going on and on about.
It's interesting because I remember we cut off midway through a sentence in Hosea Chapter 6.
Yes, and that's where I'm going next.
Right, but considering it was such a short little piece, why didn't they just finish it in Chapter 6? Doesn't make sense.
The scroll got torn. You don't know.
But then why is there longer? It doesn't actually make sense, though. It's just dumb.
I don't know. I don't know how these things looked in Latin.
Okay.
I just don't know anything about it.
Right.
So
yeah,
you're just gonna have to trust that this is what we have.
This is the way it is, and that's all there is to it.
This is what God wanted us to have. So praise Jeebus.
God, yeah. Okay? Right. No.
All right. No. So Chapter 7 starts in the middle of a sentence that was begun in the previous chapter, which I'm gonna read. Okay. So right now I'm starting at Chapter 6, verse 11. Also for you, Judah, a harvest is appointed. Whenever I would restore the fortunes of my people, ... Right. Continued in Chapter 7.
Right.
Whenever I would heal Israel, the sins of Ephraim are exposed and the crimes of Samaria revealed. They practice deceit. Thieves break into houses. Bandits rob in the streets. But they do not realize that I remember all their evil deeds.
They don't realize that. Yeah.
They don't realize it. You didn't tell them often or loud enough.
He doesn't tell anybody anything.
I know.
And then when he does, he tells, like we've talked about before, he tells some random dude that you have to know that that's the right one to understand that he's telling what God is saying.
Exactly.
Otherwise, there's other priests out there. He's already talked about it in this book. Also, as well as other books we've talked about, where they're going on about, how they should worship other gods too. Yep. And so who are these people supposed to believe and why should they believe him over them?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. I probably wouldn't choose any of them because they all silly.
Right.
Their sins engulf them. They are always before me. Ugh. They delight the king with their wickedness, the princes with their lies. They are all adulterers, burning like an oven, whose fire the baker need not stir from the kneading of the dough till it rises. On the day of the festival of our king, the princes become inflamed with wine, and he joins hands with the mockers. Their hearts are like an oven. They approach him with their intrigue. Their passion smolders all night. In the morning it blazes like a flaming fire.
So they're getting drunk and having some passion, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're making fire in them woods.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. All of them are hot as an oven. They devour their rulers. All their kings fall, and none of them calls on me.
Okay.
All right. Ephraim mixes with the nations. Ephraim is a flat loaf not turned over.
Oh, so we're describing different tribes here that don't worship Yahweh correctly.
Yeah, as different kinds of bread.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Foreigners,
which loaf are you?
Right? I just want to eat the bread.
Yeah, right.
Foreigners sap his strength, but he does not realize it. His hair is sprinkled with gray, but he does not notice. Israel's arrogance testifies against him, but despite all this, he does not return to the Lord his God or search for him.
Okay.
Good, what a doo-doo head.
Right.
Ephraim is like a dove, easily deceived and senseless, now calling to Egypt, now turning to Assyria. When they go, I will throw my net over them. I will pull them down like birds in the sky.
Oh, okay.
When I hear them flocking together, I'll catch them. He's going to get them. Got to get them all.
Right.
Woe to them. Woo! Woe to them.
Yeah.
Because they have strayed from me. Those bitches.
Right.
Destruction to them because they have rebelled against me. I long to redeem them, but they speak out about me falsely. Those bitches.
You know, it strikes me that today, even, that there's a lot of people who will blame the things that are going wrong in our society on those who don't worship Christ, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like there is this sense that if you can blame bad things on the people that don't worship the same God you do, right?
Yeah.
And it's just such an easy scapegoat for people to be like, it's all your fault because you don't worship the right way or enough or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's always easier to be angry at people, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not as easy to look inward. And I feel like that this is kind of how this thought process was going back then, is like, let's be angry at these people and not at ourselves.
Always the foreigner.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always. They do not cry out to me from their hearts, but wail on their beds. They slash themselves, appealing to their gods for grain and new wine, but they turn away from me. I trained them and strengthened their arms, but they plot evil against me. They do not turn to the Most High. They are like a faulty bow.
Right.
Their leaders will fall by the sword because of their insolent words. For this, they will be ridiculed in the land of Egypt.
Oh.
The end.
Okay. Okay. But I thought they were turning to Egypt and Assyria for help or something.
This is so back and forthy, timey-wimey.
Right. I have the sense that we're referring to something that was happening back then. Like there's all these, again, it's political machinations that are happening, and it's hard for us to grasp exactly what's going on and what they're referring to, because obviously we're not there.
Exactly.
And that's not what's happening now.
Right.
But this is the word of God referring to these things, but they're not relevant,
right.
You know? And that alone takes away from this message that God has, because we're not talking about anything that anybody today has any inkling about.
Right.
So it just loses a lot of the oomph that maybe it had back then, you know?
Well, hopefully I'll have some better information for Q&A.
Right.
Yeah. I just did the mildest of glancing over research for this.
Right.
And didn't really, I don't want to say I didn't see anything, but there was nothing that was just short that I could just bring to explain different things in this. Everything was either irrelevant, boring, or like super lengthy.
Well, and my understanding is that a lot of this stuff right now in Hosea that we're reading is a collection of stuff that he wrote at different points in time. And like, you know, it wasn't really, there's not really any...
They're not chronological.
Yeah, right. So it's going to be hard to follow, I think, throughout this.
Yeah.
And again, the messaging is the same thing we've heard all through the OT.
Yeah, right? It's not new at all. It's just a different dude saying it.
Yeah. So it's kind of repetitive. It's kind of disjointed. And here we are, more Bible.
Yep.
So that was Hosea chapter 7.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that tomorrow, hypothetically, we have some stuff going on with your surgery and different things that are popping up. But hypothetically, tomorrow we'll be back with...
Hosea chapter 8.
All right. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.